in Illinois.
Okay, now let's see.
Are we
Turn your
rolling?
microphone on.
Okay, is my mic on? Hello.
Yeah, there we go. Your microphone is now on.
I was in Illinois, sitting in an office.
You were in Illinois?
I was in Illinois, sitting in an office where there was a person that was giving a tour of this building, and he worked for the organization of which Lauren is the president, TWR.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this was pretty neat because although I'd never met Lauren Libby, in fact, in honest truth, I never even knew who Lauren Libby was.
Well, a lot of people don't.
Okay. But somehow in the Twitterverse, you and I began to follow each other on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I probably followed you first, and you were kind enough to humor me and follow me back. So all I'm thinking now, the president of TWR is following me on Twitter.
Well, of course.
And I'm kind of something here.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm already kind of excited about that. And just so happens, I'm sitting in this office in Illinois, and here comes, they're giving a tour of the building, and the person works for TWR, and I'm sorry to say I don't know the name of the person that was being brought through. Somebody that works maybe with radio stations and something along those lines.
Probably John Somerville.
That sounds exactly right.
Yeah,
John Somerville. And here he comes. And here I had just been followed on Twitter by Lauren Libby, whose profile picture on Twitter is a speaker along with a little like sound bubble. It's not actually a picture of his face.
No.
He's very protective of the fact that it's a very good face, and you don't just put that everywhere. So here I am again, very proud. I know Lauren Libby. So I'm about to drop the name Lauren Libby to this John Somerville, who again, I don't know him either. I'm about to drop the name and say, oh, okay, he comes through. Oh, you work for TWR, so you must know Lauren Libby. And he says, yes. Well, Lauren's our president. And I said, well, she just followed me on Twitter. And
you're not the only one, let me tell you.
Well, I'm sure.
Oh. I
Now-
got
now,
my
and-
ID checked at the airport for Miss Libby.
I'm sure. And so here I am I'm kind of trying to like show that I know cool people like Lauren Libby, the president of TWR. And so here I am saying, well, she actually, I didn't say we follow each other. I said, well, she followed me on Twitter. And then they both kind of looked at their shoes and they said, well, Lauren's a man. And that's the end of my story. Now, in my heart for just a moment, I thought, well, okay, why does his profile picture have to be a picture of a speaker? If he had put his face on there, then I would have known that Lauren Libby was a man,
Mm-hmm.
and that would have saved me from. I would put that in the top 3 most embarrassing moments of my life, Lauren.
Well, you have to know that my name is spelled Lauren.
Yes.
And I have several young women who have been named after me.
Is that right?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But let me tell you another story.
Please.
The other day I went in to get the vaccine, okay?
Uh-huh, sure.
And so the first shot, and the nurse comes out and she's calling people in, Mrs. Such and Such, Mrs. Such and Such.
Uh-huh.
And so she looks at me and said, Miss Libby, please.
Okay.
And so I get up, I walk over, and she looked at me and was kind of like, well, what are you coming over here for? And I said, well, who did you expect?
I'm
I
Lauren
said,
Libby. Don't you know who I am?
Did you expect another gender? And and I thought she was going to go right through the floor.
Now,
Bless her heart.
I appreciate you softening the blow of my story with that story. I feel a lot better. I do want to ask, in a given month or year, how many times does something like that happen?
Oh, mucho.
Lots.
Yeah.
There you go.
When I check in at the airport and then they say, could I see an extra ID?
There you have it.
Yeah.
And he says, sure, I got a whole pocket full of them. Which one you want?